Alright, making a little short video just for my admins and for anybody else that I send it to, just so they can see kind of how DayZ editor works. It's pretty easy. I mean, it takes a minute to get used to, but it's not too bad. So right now I'm working on Green Mountain. It's recommended that you do the removals separately. I do them in both just in case, because I had an issue where on Kamenka I didn't do any of the removals separately, and it worked fine. Uh, Krasnostab, I did the removals together, but then one time when I loaded the game in, it wasn't taking the stuff that I removed out, so I had to go and do the removals separately. So that's why I did it for these two, just to make sure. So basically, to continue editing the area you were editing, just click on it, hit open. It takes a minute to load once you get a bunch of items spawned into that area, and I'm not sure how many I have on Krasnostab, probably close to 1,000. Or I mean Green Mountain. Krasnostab has over 1,000. 826 objects and then 106 deletions. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm doing the consumables trader. Already done these. But basically you have to place each item individually. It takes forever because a lot of the time, like, these things will spawn straight up and down vertical for some reason, and you gotta turn them sideways and all that. So I'll show you how it works. So let's place, let's look for Zagorki chips. There we go. So these are not the right model, by the way. I already knew that from before. So basically, you spin it with the mouse wheel up and down. And then if you need to turn it to, like, lay it on its side, click on it, and then you can either go up here, and you can do rotation mode, which is this. You can also press the left control and numpad 1 or 2 to switch between them. So this moves it left, right, up and down, steady without moving anything else. This rotates it on all the axes. So, like, let's say you want to lay it on its, like, lay it down or lean it up against a wall or something like that. So let's turn it to where the front would be facing us like this. Let's say I want to lean it up against that back wall. I'd have to just, you got to grab this one. Whichever one turns yellow is the one you're using. So I'd have to grab this one and just turn it. It always moves when you first grab it too. So I'd have to grab this one, turn it a little bit, and then grab this one and, well, I messed that up. So the way you want to do that is put it in the orientation you want it first. Alright, and then grab the other one. There you go, like that. So then I went from this one to this one by pressing Control 1. And then what I would do is get in here like this. And you can kind of get it to where it's looks like it's leaned up against the wall. And it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Where it's sitting. I just basically keep going until the pieces of it start disappearing and then come back a little bit. So there you go. That's about it. So now it looks like it's sitting on the bottom there and then leaning up against the wall. So if you wanted to make a stack of them, what you would do is duplicate and then just like that. So that's what I do anyway. I'm sure there's other people that are way better at it than me. I'm just kind of showing you how it works. And then once you get a stack like this, you can do all three and make it a little quicker. If you want more of them. So there you go. And if you press the space bar, it switches between like first person mode where you use the mouse to look around, and then being able to use the mouse to click on things. You can also right click and with it in mouse mode and move your, if you need to move the camera around a little bit. If you right click and hold it, so it's not too hard. I just use a space bar and switch between them. So yeah, but there you go. That's how you place items. Takes a long time, but it's worth it in the end if you want to have like custom, you know, cool safe zones that look kind of realistic and have a bunch of props and stuff. You know what I mean? So if all you're doing is placing some, you know, vending machines and stuff like that, and you're not doing a whole lot, it's, you know, you can do that pretty easy with like VPP admin tools or something. But if you really want to customize your safe zones and put a lot of items in, it's a lot easier on DayZ editor. And then if you want to remove items, you have to have the DayZ editor loader mod. And what that does is whenever the server loads up and the game starts, it removes all the stuff you removed with that mod, so, or with the editor through that mod. So there you go.